Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here. And welcome to Live at Open Studio. And we're keeping this a little bit on the hush-hush. We are what you call partially licensed by the city of St. Louis. You know about that.
Very much so.
Yeah, we're doing it like what we call Brazilian style here. We are provisionally licensed to be doing this.
And I know about that.
Please join me in welcoming the incredible, the wonderful Mr. Romero Lubambo.
And my friend, Mr. What's your name again? Oh, Peter Martin. Peter Martin. My brother.
Yeah, so I'm looking around and seeing so many friendly faces, so many friends. So that's going to be our line. We had a gathering. It wasn't a concert. It was no alcohol served. It was a gathering of friends that we invited over to listen to us play.
Nobody paid anything to be here. So.
That's right. So we just concluded, actually the week before, was it 2 weeks ago, we did a little Midwest tour of Missouri and Arkansas. Or as I explained to Romero, by the end of the week, driving back and forth Missouri and Arkansas.
Of course.
Today we're in the Missouri part. But we had such a good time, and we are so excited to be able to bring this here kind of impromptu. It was actually planned after we finished the tour. We had such a good time. And I'm going to tell you, as the night unfolds, the whole story about how Romero got here. But right now, we're going to play some more music. And can you just tell them about that first tune? Because you have such a better pronunciation on that than I do. The Portuguese.
All right. The first song that we played was composed by an incredible accordion player, composer from Brazil. He was a singer, a composer, accordion player, amazing, from the northeast of Brazil. His name was Dominguinhos. He left so many beautiful songs for us. But this one is called Gostoso Demais, which of course in English means Gostoso Demais. So everybody knows what we're talking about.
So similar.
I don't even know how to translate. Do you know? I don't know how to translate Gostoso Demais.
Too sexy?
Oh, no, we can't say that. Gostoso Demais. So yeah, he left a lot of good stuff, and this is the first song on our CD that's being released now, here.
Today.
Brand new,
Yeah.
today.
Well, last week, but it's not official till today.
Today is the official thing, yeah. So actually we had, between last week and now, we had some extra tracks there, so yeah, this is better.
Yeah.
So the next song is a song by Peter Martin. It's a tribute to the neighborhood that he used to live in the south, in New Orleans, called Broadmoor.
You know it.
That's it, Broadmoor by Peter Martin.
Thank
What's good, right? I told you, hire me. Donna. Don. With that beautiful introduction that only you can
Oh,
do.
now the pressure's on. So we were, 2 weeks ago, we were celebrating, well, we still are, we're celebrating several big jazz birthdays, but when we were out on tour, we were celebrating not only the release of the, oh, did I mention the new CD? Actually, we played, I'm just looking around, I think we're safe with this audience. We've been having to do some explaining to some younger folks like what this is and what it goes in. That's the first part of the sales process, is telling them what it is. So I think we got over that, but we were celebrating the new CD. We actually, it's called Rio Meets New Orleans Live from Tokyo.
It's true.
And we were surprised that got a laugh. Every place we go, we say that, and people laugh, and we're like, why is that funny? And then we had to think about it. Well, because we were there. It wasn't like, people think we said we're gonna meet, like, he's from Rio, and I'm kind of from New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans a long time. So it's like, we're gonna meet, and we met in Tokyo. That's what the joke is. It took us a while. We're always the last ones to figure it out.
Exactly.
But we did a tour last year. It was a little last fall, right? In Japan.
Yeah. Well, this was recorded November 1st. last
November
year.
of 2018, and we had such a good time. We weren't actually not planning on making a CD because we weren't actually sure they still existed. And but we had such a fun tour, and it just so happened we're playing at this great club in Tokyo called the Cotton Club, not to be confused with the Cotton Club in Harlem from years ago. It's very different. But they actually recorded. They had a lot of great microphones and recorded and gave us a copy of it just for our reference. And it captured the evening, I think, the nights that we did there so well, we said, well, maybe we could turn this into something. So it was very exciting to be able to come out with this, kind of capturing what we do live. And it was especially fun because we were just thinking about making music and having a good time like
That's
we
what
always
happened.
do.
That's what happened.
So it was very fun. But anyway, we were celebrating the birth date of Charlie Parker a couple weeks ago, and we actually had recorded one of his compositions. Charlie Parker's from the other side of this state, of course, where they have different baseball and football teams and stuff, playing different divisions. But really, a pioneer of bebop and jazz, and as we've gotten a chance to travel around the world, it's amazing how people in Japan and we went somewhere last year Oman. We did a gig in a country we'd never even heard of. We thought it was a city we were going to. That was a country.
That happens sometimes.
We got on an airplane to go somewhere we didn't know where we were going.
No.
But people there know Charlie Parker. They know bebop. They know jazz,
Yes.
and it's a very special thing. And we're very appreciative to be very small representatives of this music, and coming together and meeting because of the music. So this is still celebrating the birth of Charlie Parker. This is Donna Lee.
Yeah, beautiful. Yo!
Thank you very much. Donna Lee. How about if we do the next song on the CD? See how this is working out?
Yes. And they only going to know if they buy the CD.
Right, then they can compare. So the next song on here, actually I love this song. I was playing it earlier when we sound checked when Romero walked through that door. And this is something I actually heard years ago, even before or around the time I met Romero. For those of you that don't know, now you know, as we say, but this gentleman is a true legend of Brazilian jazz guitar and many other things as well. But he, you know, if you go on Google and just put jazz Brazilian guitar, bam, Romero Lubambo pops up. And then he starts tracking you around the internet, you know.
Peter, I can't be here. If you want to talk good things about me, I have to leave because I feel
You're so shy.
I'm very shy.
So we did the tour a couple of weeks ago. We had a lot of fun, and then Dan Martin, who is my partner here at Open Studio and manning the cameras, had an idea about us doing this concert. But Romero, we finished the tour in Columbia, Missouri on a Sunday, and we wanted to do it the next Monday. But Romero had to go to Brazil on that next day to do a tour with some notable musicians down there. Apparently more notable than me. As it turns out.
Oh yeah.
But we were able to arrange for him to come back, and it's such an amazing thing because Romero and his lovely wife, Pamela, who I'm not going to over-introduce because we have a very special surprise coming from her shortly, but they're actually on a cross-country road trip moving from New Jersey to Reno, Nevada. And once we showed them the map and how, look, you can just drive through St. Louis. So this is very rare that you get Romero Lubambo driving to the gig in St. Louis with all of his worldly possessions, but that's what he did. So we'd like to feature now one of his compositions. I just love this song, and it's beloved by many, kind of a hit in the jazz world, and this is Song for Kai.
Huh? Oh, he wants me to talk. You should see me in Portuguese. I'm much better, but I can talk a little bit in English. It's a pleasure to be playing with my brother, my friend, and the great master of not only the piano, but music in life, Peter Martin. It's really fantastic. But I actually know from where you, I don't know how in English the phrase, but how you got so much goodness, because I met your parents a long time ago, and every time I see them, I say, oh, that's why Peter is so good. Because Rose and Bill are fantastic people, fantastic parents. But did we mention that we're selling the CDs here?
Yes.
We're selling CDs. I need to sell the CDs because this trip that I'm doing is a very long trip. I don't know if you know the map of the United States, but it's 3,000 miles to drive. And it's very expensive, so I actually have to sell a lot of the CDs. Plus the CDs are very heavy to carry in the car. The car is already full of guitars, and so yeah, we can't carry the CDs anymore. That's it. We have to take them home. And it's a great CD. And we're going to play now the tango.
Oh, tango, yeah.
Tango is a tango that grew. This song was born during some sound checks that we did with Diane Reeves. We both played in her band for a long time, and every time in the sound check we start doing something, and Diane always has some great ideas, and we start doing this rhythm, and she started doing the melody. So she actually composed this melody and recorded her album and got the Grammy in that album. Beautiful stuff, beautiful singing, beautiful everything.
Actually on the wall back as you leave, you can see the Grammy. Well, it's the Grammy certificate.
Yeah, certificate, but it's
Diane
good.
got the actual.
The-
Did you
the-
get the certificate too?
I got the certificate. It's very pretty to put on the wall. It's very nice.
Not quite.
But Diane got the real thing, and she deserves so much. And so this is the tango du jour, that every day is different. So tango du jour for you guys that are watching us somewhere. This is for the tango for today. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Tango du jour. That's how we do it on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we build up all week. That's where we start. So, do we have any Brazilians in the house besides Romero? No. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, how you doing? We always have, everywhere we're traveling around the world, Brazilians. It's kind of like, I always think it's like people from New Orleans. There's always somebody from New Orleans who shows up. I mean, you could be anywhere. Same thing with Brazilians. So it's a beautiful thing. And don't tell your countryman that he loves to play tango so much, because Argentina versus Brazil, it goes beyond just soccer. It runs very deep. It runs very deep. Right now, we'd like to call up a special guest. This is a big surprise.
We have a special guest?
We have a very special guest.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna really put this young lady on the spot because this is unplanned. But, well, I planned it, but we didn't all plan it.
He can plan. He's the president.
I had an idea about this, and we were doing some rehearsing and sound checking today, and I said, Pamela, why don't you, let's sing something. It just kind of naturally happened, and I handed her the mic, and that's about to become a gig. If that's okay with you guys.
Of course. Of course.
I'd like to introduce the wonderful, the talented, the beautiful Miss Pamela Driggs Lubambo to join us.
You have to do it.
I do.
Oh, Mia, thank you for coming.
Wondering, are they related? Yes. This is Romero's daughter. This is correct.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, she looks like my daughter. So, it's good, this one? Is this key good for you? Yeah?
Quiet nights of quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet walks and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams. cantor, que lindo. Quero a vida sempre assim com você perto de mim até o apagar da velha chama. E eu que era triste, descrente deste mundo, ao encontrar você, eu conheci o que é felicidade. O que é felicidade, meu amor? Meu amor.
Yeah!
Muito obrigada.
What about doing something American, but with the accent of the Brazilian stuff?
Okay.
Maybe
I thought that's everything we were doing pretty much.
there was a Brazilian song with the Brazilian
Yes.
feeling and Brazilian lyrics and Brazilian player. Now, American song. What about the blues?
Okay, we could do the blues.
But let's do a blues in a funny way, like in
Okay.
a different key, like C sharp. Do you have C sharp on your?
Well, we could try it. We could try it.
Hey, you can do in D flat. You can do in D flat if you want. Yeah,
Okay.
right?
All right then.
Yeah.
Now, St. Louis is a blues city. This is
Oh,
a blues
oh.
town.
I know that. I know my friend.
Even before the hockey team.
Oh.
But you're gonna do throw some New Orleans and he'll throw some Rio. At least, you know, make these men that I've been seeing, baby, got their soul up on the shelves. You know I can't even love me when they can't even love themselves. And I need someone to love me, someone to really understand. Who won't put in must say. Very happy to know you. Thank you.
Pamela Driggs, thank you so much. Pamela Driggs. Yes. That was good. We need to talk. We have another birthday today? Yes. Can you talk about that? Because I don't remember who it is.
Yeah, we have another big jazz birthday. Actually, they don't get any bigger than this. John Coltrane.
Oh,
Today's his birthday. I think it's 93. Is that right? 94, something like that. You know, he was a huge force out of North Carolina and Philadelphia, originally from North Carolina, and you know, just a giant of this music. And he left us way too soon. He actually, you know, a lot of these recordings, like A Love Supreme and Impressions, and these seminal recordings. He was on Kind of Blue with Miles Davis, on some of the, you know, the biggest records of all, jazz records of all time. He actually played ghost saxophone on Kenny G's first record. I don't know if you knew that. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. See, this audience is so sophisticated, Romero, they don't even know who Kenny G is. They don't even know. If he's not on NPR, they don't know it. I can tell you that right now. They don't know it. But anyway, we'd like to do, are we going to do, you want to do giant steps?
yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
well,
can
we didn't
try-
do this in Arkansas.
We can try that.
We were afraid to do it because the laws are different down there.
Oh yeah.
You got to be careful down there. No, we had such a good time. I got to tell you, we were going to places that I barely knew where they. Well, no, we started in Little Rock. That's legit. But then we came back to Missouri and played in Union, Missouri, which was actually nice, and had a good time there. But then we went back to Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is actually beautiful. Played at a great venue there. And then the last day of our little tour, we were playing in Columbia, Missouri, and we're driving. Me and Dan and Romero, and I asked Romero, I said, have you been to Columbia? And he's like, oh yes, many times. I said, oh, okay. But I mean, he's, you know, Romero is well seasoned. He's been all around the world, so why not Columbia, Missouri? And he said, oh yes, I love it in Columbia, the audience. The people are wonderful, the food, I'm like, yeah, I guess. There's a couple places, you know. The coffee. He said, oh, the cortados. I'm like, yeah, I know they got a Caldi's there now, but... And he said, I love the port there where you see the ships coming and going.
I said that.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, does the Missouri River, does it go through there? I don't think it does. Maybe it. And then Romero said, yes, every time I go to Cartagena, Colombia, I have such a good time. And I said, we're going to a different Colombia. We are not going to Cartagena. But how did you think we were going to go in a car and do a gig that night? And
Man,
you were messing with me.
I was not thinking too much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But we had a great time in the other Columbia, as we call it now. But thank you guys so much for being here. This is really means a lot to us. Once again, Mr. Romero Lubambo on the guitar. This is the only time you're ever going to catch him driving across the United States. So
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Peter Martin.
Thank
Peter Martin. Our
Thank you.
president.
we're going to play one more for you guys. And also, those if you like the duo setup, unfortunately, Romero's leaving tomorrow. But next week, the 2nd and 3rd, I believe, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be at the Bistro. Adam Manis. Is Adam Manis in that? There's Adam Manis, pianist extraordinaire. And Adam and I are going to be, do you know about this gig? You don't know about it? Well, now you do. We're going to be across the alley at the Jazz at the Bistro on Wednesday and Thursday. They're going to have 2 pianos up on stage for the first time ever. Do you know about this?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That scares you. 2 pianos. That's
Oh my
one too
gosh.
many.
I'm gonna be very far away from that. I'm gonna be like Nevada or something.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, come and see us there. That should be fun.
Did you ask the people to lock the door until they buy all the CDs?
Yes.
Yeah. after we sell everything,
You're gonna,
they can
yeah, you're gonna
go.
buy a CD to get out of this place. That's how that works.
That's basically, yeah. That's
No, but it is, look, it's holiday time coming up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers. If you enjoy the music, take some for your friends and your enemies. Why not? So we're going to finish up. Thank you guys so much for coming out, especially on a Monday. We're very excited that you're here. This is our third live at Open Studio event. We're going to do some more if you guys like them. I'm especially excited because this is the first one that I've actually played at. So we thank you to the live stream. We got folks from around the world watching tonight as well. We didn't tell you that because we didn't want you to be nervous. Sign the waivers on the way out. And yeah, so this is John Coltrane's Giant Steps.
I don't know, we could do something easier.
That's how we build it up.
Thank you guys very much. Peter Gordon. That's Romero Lubambo, live at Open Studio. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Pamela Driggs, please give it up for our very special guest. Very special guest. Thank you, Pam.